Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important example where we will discuss how to use RouterLink directive. Okay, so prior to this session, like we talked about how to create the directive, how to create the route, how to set the default route, how to set the wildcard route. Right now, in the continuation of the same, we have another thing, that is how to use RouterLink directive, and this is something that you will always heard in the interviews also, like what is the concept of it. Okay, so by the end of this session you will be able to understand what is the meaning of RouterLink okay, directive, and also we will be able to understand the entire concept, like how to use it, what the syntax structure and all these things. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use Angular RouterLinkActive directive. Okay, and for the sequential session you can refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box, so from there you can take a reference of it. And I think now we are good to proceed further. So here we will click on app.component.html file, and here I will write the code from scratch. As of now you can see we have one primary heading that shows Angular 19 course by Sharmit. Post that I will put the secondary heading, that is the title of today's session, and today's session is RouterLinkActive in Angular. Okay, so this is our main topic. Now to understand this thing we need few things as a prerequisites. So let me add HR tag here 2 times so that I can separate out the content properly. Okay, now what things we need? First we need some components to perform or to demonstrate this thing. So for that you can see we have couple of components that I have already created in previous session, that is about component, contact, not found, services. In case if you don't know how to create component, so I'll just quickly tell you the command and then you can create it, because we are not going to repeat again and again, otherwise it will consume lots of time, right? So we have this about component, so here I will write ng, which is for Angular, g generate, c component and about. So what this command will do, like when I hit enter, it will create the component with the name about. Okay, but we are not going to create it because it is already there. Now once it is created you will get 4 files, and in this HTML file I just replaced Angular about works to about page. This is nothing but a line that will help us to identify this is the component. Okay, then we have similarly second component, that is contact component, where we have written contact page. Then we have not found, where we have written not found page, and then we have services, which shows services page. So these are the all component. Now next what we will do here, after creating the component, it's time to configure these components. So for that we will go to app.route.ts file. Here we will expand this array and add the required thing like path, and in path we will write, for example, about, comma, and then the name of the component. So here I will write component where we want to navigate it. Okay, so I will write about component. Perfect. Similarly we will add other path. So let me do it quickly, because these are the things that we already discussed multiple times. So just quickly we will add the required thing, component colon contact component, and then we will write here the next thing, that is path colon, and here we will write the services, not the this not found, because this is something that we can use for wildcard route, but we are not going to touch that, otherwise you will get confused. It is already completed, so let's skip it. Okay, so here I will write services. Perfect. Then a comma, then a component, then a colon, and then the services component. Perfect. So this is ready. Now you can save it and we are ready with it. Once it is added, you will see that it is imported also. We are good with this file. Now let's go to app.component.ts, where we will add two required thing, that is router link comma a router outlet and router link active. So these are the three things that we need to import for today's demo. I'll show you like why do we use these three things, but prior to that you should import it in the app.component.ts file. Now we are good to go to app.component.html, where we will write the entire logic. So firstly we will add UL, that is nothing but a unordered list, in which we will add li, that is list item, and then we will add the anchor tag to create the page link. Okay, so here I will write about page router link, and in this router link we will write / and about. Okay, so firstly I will create it without router link active, and then I'll show you what is the difference, so that you can see the clear difference. Okay, so let's create it normally first, contact, so that you can also understand the need of that thing. Okay, otherwise copying the code is not a good thing. So here I will write services page. Perfect. Now you can save it, and after a save, what do you think, it will work? Not yet. So router link is nothing but it will help us to navigate to that particular component which we have configured in the route.ts file. So this is the name that we are providing with router link. Okay, so it will just move the content. Now second thing is router outlet. So to reflect that output here, we will use router outlet. So just write router outlet. Perfect. Now let's write ng serve -- open, enter, wait for a few seconds, it will open the application for us. So it is open. Now here we will try to understand like why do we need the active link, router link active. So basically when we click on this any of the link, it will be opened. You can see now we are on about page, now we are on contact page, similarly on services, but it is not, we are not able to see the active link, like which one is the active. All three looks like the same. Okay, now to make it differentiate, that means if you want to show the highlight, if you want to highlight the selected link or active link, then in that case you need a router link active. Okay, so let me show you how you can use it. We have already imported it here, router link active. So just simply go here and write router link active. Inside this we will put the name of the class which we want to refer in case if it is active. So I just make it as with the name active. So let's design this class, and we need CSS for it. So let's go to app.component.css, and you can see I have already created a class. Let me clear it so that we can discuss it by default. Okay, so let's write, it will come like this only. Okay, blank. So you need to define the class with the same name. So active. Here I will just write for color and set it as red. That's it. Now if you click on the about page, you will see this link is changed to red. There are lots of other things that we can specify here in the CSS property, because I just want to show you like how it works. That's why I just made it as a red color, so you can see. But when I click on other, it is not happening. Why? Because we are not clicking on, we have not applied this router link active to all, right? So let's add it to the all links. So just copy it and you can paste it here. Perfect. Likewise here. Something wrong? I paste it in a wrong place. Okay, fine. So now you can see whatever is the link, like the link which is active is coming with a red link, and this is how we can use a router link active directive to highlight that particular link which is currently active. As I mentioned, as of now I'm just using it for the red color, but if you want you can change it to any other properties as well. Like you can apply various properties like font size, all these kind of things. Okay, that we have already covered in CSS playlist, so you can refer from it. So I hope today's session is clear. Now with this, there is one problem that we will discuss in the next session, like what is the exact problem and why it always comes in the interview as a question. Okay, and we will also find out the solution in that session only. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.